All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it is time for your Yeetie. So Amarie was on the Joe Budden podcast, and people were talking about how amazing she looks. I love me some Amarie. And, you know, last year she had also talked about returning to music. She put out some new music. She also has a book as well. But in the meantime, here she is discussing how she reacted when she found out she thought she was going to get dropped from her label. Here's what she said.
One thing came out in 2004 because I leaked it over Christmas because everyone will be on break, so they can't stop anything.
Exactly.
For me, I was like, look, I think I might get dropped, so I just want people to hear the music. I don't really care about getting paid for it. At the time, they were trying to like give the record to somebody else, but they couldn't because I wrote on the record too, so you can't just take it.
Do you know who they were trying to give it to?
Yes, Jennifer Lopez.
You know what? And now that I hear the song again, when I go back after she told that story, I can see the reason why they would have wanted to give it to her. I mean, Amarie, that is an amazing song, but here's what it sounds like for a refresh. Nobody could have did that song like Amarie, though, but I could understand why they probably felt like that would have been a great song to give to J-Lo. All right, now let's get into what's going on with this Diddy trial, because there are some new things coming out as they're in the courtroom. And one thing that Diddy's defense team is leaning in on is saying that, yes, Diddy was abusive toward his ex Cassie, but they're also saying that she was no angel and allegedly got violent with him as well. It's day 4 of the Diddy trial, and the prosecutor and Diddy's attorney had a very interesting exchange with the judge. It kicked off with Johnson telling the judge that the victim one, who they believe is Cassie, will not be cross-examined about certain medical issues. But that's when Diddy's attorney said the defense is going to take the position there was a mutual violence in their relationship, hitting on both sides, DV, domestic violence. He said, we are absolutely going to admit to domestic violence, but at what point does it become coercive? And that's when the judge clarified, saying, you're arguing that they are just violent. And he said, right, we are saying that it's relevant. They also said they're submitting a letter to the court on the topic, and they're going to offer 2 cell phone videos and the corrected CNN footage of that infamous tape where you saw Diddy beating Cassie up at the Intercontinental Hotel in LA. If you recall, Diddy's team have been saying that tape was doctored. There was more to it. And so I guess they have the full video they are claiming that they're planning to bring up in court. So we'll see what happens with all of that. There's also victim 3, a star witness in Diddy's sex trafficking trial. Federal prosecutors are taking a big gamble, they're saying, with that victim, because she has made it clear that she does not want to testify. They said the woman has never cooperated with prosecutors, never gave an indication that she would be willing to take the stand during the trial. So people are wondering, why did prosecutors add her to that indictment? And they're going to address her absence next week as well. So it'll be interesting to see what's happening as we're watching everything. Gloria Estefan, in the meantime, has also responded to accusations that she was having freak-offs and hosting those events, and said that that is completely false, and the person who accused her of that, just look into his background. So this Diddy trial is going to be a real thing as they're covering it everywhere. Now Kanye, in the meantime, is now saying that Kim Kardashian is exploiting their children. He has sent a letter to Kim Kardashian's attorney, a cease and desist, concerning the welfare of their children. You know, they are divorced, but in the cease and desist, Kanye is saying that Kim Kardashian violated his rights and their divorce settlement in 3 ways. First, he's saying that Kanye saying Kim brought Northwest to the Met Gala and left her in the car unattended during portions of the event. She's 11 years old, though, and I'm sure that, like, in the vehicle, I'm sure it was a beautiful vehicle, somebody driving, so I don't know that she was unattended. He also says that she ignored his demands not to post images and videos of Northwest on TikTok, and that he also does not have meaningful access to his kids, which violates their custody agreement. He also says that he has not seen Saint so far this year. Now, his claims about Saint have already been debunked. There are pictures of him with the 3 kids in Japan back in January, so that wouldn't be true. So we'll see how they respond to that. But I can understand there's a lot going on with Kanye right now. Of course, you want a father to be in their kid's life, but you also want to make sure that the kids are safe and that the father is not going through anything. All right, well, that is your UT. When we come back, we have a new music. It's a New Music Friday. We'll tell you what you should be looking for, what you should be listening to, and you can always chime in too. It's Way Up.